Hello, good morning and welcome to New Forest Morphs. It's Paul and Jared together this morning. It's Monday morning. I hope everyone had a lovely weekend. Sadly, England didn't win the rugby, Jared. We were winning the match for good 78 minutes. In the last 2 minutes, South Africa managed to get a penalty and did a conversion. And I thought, to lose by 1 point was devastating. You were watching as well, Jared?
Yeah.
So a bit frustrating. So hopefully we can take pride in the way we played, even though we didn't get the result. But England are looking in good shape at the moment. So hopefully in future years we'll do well. But that was entertaining. But Jared's had a good look at the new pickup from the weekend. And what were your thoughts, Jared?
Yeah, it's a beautiful little snake.
Yeah, well happy with that. And he's settling in nicely now, and he's making that adjustment. So we did some more locks over the weekend, and we've had some brand new locks again, which we're really excited about. And we're going to cover those today. We've also done a few follicle checks, which Jared's quite pleased with some of the girls, how they're progressing. So we'll just give you a quick update of where we are. So let's start first of all with the new boy that's coming in November. So this is going to help our DG Clown project. So Jared, if you can zoom in on that. And this is the boy that's coming in November. So he's a pastel DG het clown boy. And he's a lovely specimen, looks lovely. And we've got all these wonderful DG girls that we've got here and het DG girls that need a stud boy to go to them, a good quality stud boy. So we want to get the DG Clown project off the ground. And today, Jared, we've got Isa that was really impressed us. She's 2.5 kilograms at the moment, and we'll just have a look at her. She is in shed, but she was close to 15 mil follicles, and you can just see how they are looking. And there she is. She's the enchi desert ghost girl, and she's been locking to Hercules. So we're trying to produce some double het DG, super enchi DG, lesser pastel het for clown and het for DG. And I've got here, I think Jared, you sent me a picture of her follicles.
Mm-hmm.
So there they are. So we'll just show you her size follicles. And they were close to 15 mil, which is really good for the big, end of October.
She had quite a few of them as well.
And she's got a nice lot of eggs, so that was really exciting. And then, who else did we check, Jan? Let's have a look at, while we're on that, we've also got Shadow. So there's the Super Cine girl, and that's hers, follicles. And she's also going into shed. She's het for pied. So that's an exciting project. She's 13.8, good size. And then Miyu, which is she's just shed out. I could bring her down and show you her follicle sizes. Let's have a quick look at her. I think she just shed out over the weekend.
Since mobile data is turned
there we
off,
go.
You'll have to connect to a Wi-Fi network first.
Okay. my phone's got a word of itself on its own, but that's we think that she's a yellow belly cine or pastel cine pied girl, but she's got good sized follicles. I think her follicle size is a 15.2, so good sized follicles. And Jared managed to get a nice crisp image of the follicles on the ultra scan, and there you have her follicles. So she's had, I think, one lock with Bowser, so producing those pieds that are het for lavender albino, but also could have cinnamon and pastel and yellow belly in them. So that's Miyu. And I think that's probably all of the follicles we want to show you, but let's move across to some of the lockings that we've had this weekend. And lo and behold, Thor, who's our Axanthic Pied boy, and he's over here, and we'll just bring him out and show you. We've been very patiently locking him to Lala, who's a big girl, 100% het for pied girl, pastel het for pied girl. We're trying to produce some pastel pieds that are 100% het for Axanthic, aren't we, Jared? VPI Axanthic. So this is the boy. He's a little bit shy, but a beautiful example of an Axanthic. Nice deep dark head to him, and nice pattern, very low white. So hopefully we'll get a lot of Axanthic pattern going into the pieds is what we want. But he's about 900 grams. He's eating really, really well, but he wasn't locking very well, was he, Jared?
No.
So this weekend, as I came in and took some pictures of the locks. Last night I think he was tail to tail with the girl, and then this morning when I came in he'd eventually locked, and I'll show you a picture of the lock. So well done, Thor. Hopefully that's the beginning of many locks that he's going to give us this season. Let me see if I can find the lock. Let's have a look. See, there we go. So there's the detailed lock. Okay, and then you've got the what I call the overall picture of the lock, so you can see the animals in there. Okay, and then this is the girl Lala, and we've measured her follicles, and they were coming in at 10.2 millimeters. But she's a big girl. She's 4 years old, and she's not given us a clutch yet. But there she is. She's a Pastel Het Pied girl that normally dominates the boy, and she's normally on top of him. But it was lovely to see pictures of him on top of her, and then eventually she gave him a lock. So I do have pictures of that from yesterday, so you can see the progress with your locking. So just because they're not locked doesn't necessarily mean it's all bad news. If they're on top, if the boy's on top, it's normally going to hopefully cause a lock to come at some point. So I thought I took a picture of it, but maybe I didn't. Okay, so the other lock that we've got from the last season, so we've got a your girl Toast locked to Giovanni again, and they still might be in lock, Jared. Let's have a quick look and see how they're doing. This is the second lock of the season. Are they unlocked now, or are they still locked?
I think they're finished.
The
tails are together down there, but
I can see their tails actually. You can see their tails down there, but if I show you the picture I've taken,
they
Jared,
are locked actually.
they still locked? Yeah,
It's very hard to tell.
yeah, but then have a look at that one, you can see it on there. And then I've got, that's really good news. Now the other thing is we're trying to get gravel into our Ultramel gene, and we've got a super gravel Electra that is now up to size, and she locked, I've got a picture here, Jared, of Titus, who's our Mojave Ultramel boy, locked with the Electra. Now Electra is a super gravel, so every baby they produce will guarantee gravel, and that'll be either a Mojave gravel or straight gravel, which will then be 100% het for Ultramel. And then when we grow those up, we can plug them into the Ultramel projects, Jared, and get them into the Clown Ultramel projects. And also, talking of Ultramel projects, Randy has also locked with Starburst, and that's a first time lock, so really pleased with how that's going. Yeah, and I think I've got I think they're still together. Should we just have a look and see if they're still locked? Well, they might be locked still. Let's have a little look and see where they are. So there's a classic example of boy on girl. He's the dominant breeder of the two, and the girls have got to allow that to happen. And normally if they allow that to happen, it's good news. We did check her follicles last month, and they were only about 7.2, but hopefully they'll be starting to get up to that 10 mil. So that kickstarts them. Then the other thing is Bowser had a second lock with your beautiful girl Calypso, and here she is. I'll just show you how beautiful she is. She's 2.5 kilograms. Beautiful animal. Yeah. And if you come around this side, Jan, you get a better nice picture of her eye. She's got this beautiful eye. So she's 100% het for Clown, and we've put the lavender albino boy to her as part of one of our most exciting projects, which is the Holy Grail that we're trying to produce. And you checked our follicles, Jared, and I think the follicles came in at a good size.
Yeah, I think they're 12.5.
12.5. So looking at this, yeah, 12.5. So she's making good progress. And this is really good news. We're at the end of October, and we've already got these girls off to a really good start. So that's lovely. And that's the picture of the lock, if you want to see the lock. That's lock number 2. and we try to lock them once a month over the breeding season. So, and then eventually, as the boys get tired, we'll probably then start to reduce the amount of times that we introduce them. But at the beginning of the season, they're full of virile, they're full of strength. We're getting everything going, and the rhythm of the room's occurring, because as these boys are now breeding, it's encouraging the other pairs to breed. So really pleased with that. And we also had, I've shown you the Thor lock. Now we're trying to get the blackhead into the clown project, and this is a tail to tail, Zeus to Queenie is there.
Also known as Zeus.
Zeus. And that is a blackhead lavender albino to a visual clown girl. And we'd like to produce some double hets that we can then use later, which will have the blackhead in. We could have a quick look at her, Jared, and see whether she's locked now. But there's Queenie. So let's have a quick look. See what's going on.
Nope.
Not yet, but you can see that Zeus is getting the hang of this, because he's been locking to the lavender pied girl, and we thought we'd give him a second female to service and see how they work out. And then Electra's up here. You can see up here. If you can, I'm not sure if they're still locked, Jared. I might bring them down actually.
God, they're messy.
They're messy. Let's just bring them down. You can see they're very messy, but whether they're still locked is another thing. But Electra's a beautiful super grabble girl.
They might be. Their tails are down there.
You see it?
I can't see the actual lock, but I can see that their tails are underneath.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Okay, I'll show you the picture of the lock anyway. But
They stink.
the hormones in there are very high.
Big clean out tomorrow.
Yeah. And that's the nature of the beast. You don't disturb them when they're breeding. And they do make a lot of mess as part of that. And that's all the hormones are built into that mess, and it adds to the rhythm of the room. But I'll just see if I can find the picture of the lock, which I've got here somewhere. There you go. And I think I got a better lock this morning, because that was last night, and when I checked this morning I think I had an even better. There you go, there's a better one.
Yeah, that one's
more of a lock. The other one was preparing for the lock. So when you see an upturned one, that's more likely to be, and I can zoom in and show you that one better, because it's definitely a nice lock. You can see that. So that's really exciting. Get the gravel into the Ultramel project. And then we did Toast, and you saw a picture of Toast and Giovanni. That's all done. And then I think that's probably, we've got, here's one I was going to introduce you, a new pairing, which was tail to tail. Have a look at that one, Jared, see if you can see that one. This is Jasper to Aurora, and that's a tail to tail scenario, which normally leads to a lock. And he is a crystal 100% het pied boy, and she is a, I mean they're right here now, she's a pied girl.
Crystal, if you didn't know, is Mojave and Special together.
There you go. You can see their tail to tail now. You can see the tail. Might even be underneath her, but
No.
there you go. So I think that's all of the locks and all of the activity so far. Is there anything else, Jared, that you wanted to share, or are we good to?
Not from me.
No. So thank you very much for your support and all your love, and we shall catch you next week. Have a good week, and we shall see you next weekend. Thank you very much, and goodbye.